And we have to learn how to step back and find the healing within the healing. It may not be about bringing about a specific change in symptoms. It may be that something else changes. It may be that they're looking for a change in the movement of their arm. But maybe the healing comes in the form of something affecting the kidneys, something that might not even be measurable at that point in time. It might be that they're looking for a change here, and the healing comes up somewhere else. It might be that they come back to you and they say, I didn't experience anything. But the funniest thing is taking place. My kids are getting along better. My relationship with my wife or my husband is smoother. And everyone at work seems to be so much friendlier and more cooperative. I wonder what's happening with everyone. Because they didn't quite realize that they became the healing, and everyone around them was reflecting their healing to them.
One absolute fact you can rely on is that energy is highly obedient. Where our attention goes, energy always follows. It doesn't question or ask, is this the energy I want? I don't want. I want to want. I'm afraid to want. So while the clarity of creating an intention is essential, that really isn't where the artistry lies. Let me explain. How often do we create intentions and even accompany them with a complex mantra or a special ritual? And while we go through the specific motions and emotions, our attention is simultaneously thinking about something else. Not forgetting to pick up food for our special pet, calling our mother, finishing a project on deadline for our boss, even asking, why am I thinking about all these other things and feeling guilty? Intention requires a lot of discipline. In Reconnective Healing, we don't focus or create intentions of any kind. We slide naturally into attention, tangibly feeling, stretching, following, receiving, witnessing, being witnessed, observing, and being observed. Attention simply becomes play, awe, wonder, freedom, home.
There are, 6.7 billion people on the planet right now. And there are tremendous, of course, challenges taking place. But if we were to reflect on the moment about how many of those 6.7 billion people are at this moment coming together to share and grow, each of us having a little piece of the larger picture, for some common purpose of love and care and service, of reconnecting all of these different components, including science and spirituality and mind and heart, what we call the physical and the larger spiritual reality. We're doing all of this in an integrative fashion, and we're discussing these deep issues right at this moment. How many of the 6.7 billion people are doing it right now? If you think about it, relatively few. And how many scientists from around the world are simultaneously meeting with, quote, healers, meeting with, quote, business people, meeting with, quote, media and visionaries of all different walks of life, coming together for this common purpose? It's happening right here, right now. And yes, there's been a tremendous, if you look back to where things were 2,000 years ago, or 200 years ago, or even 5 years ago, the rate of growth and the rate of opportunity for transformation is just advancing at a phenomenal rate. And it is my sense that we're approaching an avalanche moment. I mean, some people call it 2012. But this avalanche moment is one of an awakening. When you talk about the awakened mind, that's going to make all the other avalanche moments, all those other tipping points, all those other quantum jumps be like training wheels in comparison to what we're going to experience both individually and collectively. And that even the great seers, even the great experiencers, even the ultimate dead man, as he said to me last night, who's experienced something that most of us have never had the opportunity to experience, that all of us are going to be amazed by what we're going to see. It's going to go beyond every one of us, because we will have been feeding each other in this collective moment, and there's going to be this gigantic awakening.
Can observation help us better understand the space around us? I think it helps me better understand. I think if I wander through space, my space, paying no attention at all, not observing, I don't think I learn the same lessons. I don't think I pick up as much. I don't think I gain the same insights. But when I allow myself to observe, to witness, to understand, I have a different experience. Or we could say to observe, to notice, and to experience. When we observe a situation, we notice what's going on. When we notice what's going on, we experience it differently. We learn more. We make conscious choices, conscious lessons, conscious explorations. And since we are consciousness, manifest in physical form to experience this lifetime in our four-dimensional existence here on Earth, I think it only makes sense that we learn to observe and we learn more about this space that we occupy, that we live in.
Can we experience and remain detached at the same time? I'm going to say that can be a challenge. And I know with the loved ones in my life and all we witness around the world on any given day, it's a great reminder to recognize that when we attach ourselves to an outcome or an intended result in any experience that we're having, we bring the force of our attention. And as we know, where our attention is, energy follows every time. So finding that place, that space of participating in an experience or creating an experience with loving detachment really creates a lot of room for the infinite intelligence, I'm going to say God, love, the universe. I prefer to say God. It's a natural source word for me, to design the experience and present itself so I can be a participant. And while I may be lovingly detached, I am still a compassionate, present, and all embodying participant in my experiences, whether they're mine or one I am sharing with another or the world at large.